Hey YouTube, Shukun Shinobi here with a review, I promise. But anyhow, I'm at Toys R Us again. And they got the... where are they? They're there. No, they aren't. They're down here. Ha! The Power Core guys. I kind of want them, but they're $20. And I don't have $20 right now, but I will get them soon and review them with the other Power Core guys that I haven't yet. But anyhow, review of... Generations Deluxe Class Thrust. I'm glad that they made this because I don't have the Botcon guys, and this is just cool. I apologize for the terrible background music, but blame Toys R Us. Co-sells Bumblebee Hub Network, debuting October. He's easy, just like someone's girlfriend. Nice maroon color. I like it. Anyway, let's take a look at the back. Thrust was great to have around during the early days of the war when the Decepticons won victory after victory. His thundering engines and shouted threats terrified the few Autobots that stood against them. It wasn't until later when the Autobots got organized enough to put up a real fight that Thrust began screaming like an alpha unit and flailing at the first sight of danger. So he's remolded from the Ramjet. There we go. Mold, and he looks pretty neat. So obviously I don't have the Botcon one to compare it to, but let's go ahead and get it open and take a look. Okay, so here we have Thrust out of package. Hopefully this goes better than the other two times I recorded this, but anyway, there's a ton of different configurations for Thrust, both in vehicle mode and robot mode. So we'll try to go over those. I'll only really cover this in vehicle mode. The fans, this is how he comes basically for the instructions. However, he comes packed with the fans on the underside of the tail wings here. So take that into consideration, and then also you could put the lasers on top and the fans on the bottom. Whatever you really want to do, it's not a huge deal, but this is the most G1 accurate vehicle mode, so it is what I went with for now. Basically, he's the same Seeker mold that you all know by now, remolded from Ramjet with the added thrusters and all that fun stuff. Really nice deep maroon color. He's my favorite color scheme of the Seekers, probably besides Starscream himself. And it just looks really, really nice in my opinion. I like it a lot. So, see-through yellow, orange rather, yellow cockpit here. Really nice details. There's even a little driver inside. I think that's a little driver. Yeah. Maybe I'm seeing things. I don't know. Nice panel detailing as always, and the fans look pretty neat as well. They are entirely removable. There's nothing wild or spectacular about the fans. They do pop right off, and we will cover that later. So that's about it for vehicle mode. The obvious, hey, I'm a robot underneath. As with all of the Seeker molds for this line. Just something you deal with, really. So let's go ahead and transform him. This version of the mold is a lot like the Henkei release, as opposed to the Botcon release, because that's how Hasbro's mind works, I guess. They don't really want to release Botcon exclusives at mass retail. So they decided to take Japan's closest thing and bring it over here, which I'm perfectly fine with, because now I don't have to pay ridiculous Japanese prices for Henkei Thrust, because I can buy him at Target. Even though I got this one at Toys R Us, but that's fine. Fold his arms just to be cool. This first figuration is the package, or package, not art, the package shot version. Oh, there he goes. Put the other one here. And here he is, just like that. He looks pretty neat. I like him like this. And he goes really well with the other Seekers. It's just kind of a flawless blend of Seekerness. The only problem I really have is that the null ray cannons are so big they get in the way of the wings. You have to fold the wings down a little bit in order to get some decent articulation going. Speaking of, he's got full rotation on the arms here. Swivel outwards. A small hand swivel. His head can rotate, but cannot go the other way. Leg is on a ball joint. Single, or actually that's a double joint, I believe, at the knee, and then this tiny little foot thing, but that's for transformation, not really part of the articulation. So basically, if you've owned any of this mold, the 2 Starscreams, Acid Storm, Skywarp, any of the Botcon guys, Ramjet, you know it by now. It's pretty much the same. To get him in the configuration that is on the instruction manual, you want to take off the fans and put them on the feet, basically where they were in vehicle mode on the in package, rather. That's what I'm trying to say. And then this is kind of complicated, I'm sorry, but pop this down, fold this in. You want to get the wings around back to how they originally were. It's probably easier to take the null rays off. It's also easier if you do that. So flip these around, and just like that, bring his arms back out. I'm not going to bother folding his arms or anything, just to save some time, and then put the null rays back in. And there you have thrust in robot mode according to the instruction manual. A little bit different. It's cool. It's a nice new take on the Seeker transformation. And there's actually one more. This one you achieve by taking the fans off, putting them right here on the underside of the wing, opposite where they were in the vehicle mode that I started in. And then right here you have G1 Thrust. G1 Thrust had his fans on the underside of the wing, just like this in robot mode. So this is the most accurate to G1 Thrust you can get, and this is probably the way I'm going to pose him just because of that fact. It's just, I don't know. It's different, I think, and that's why I like it. All the other Seekers have the upward wing position. The cone heads always kind of have the downward wing position, so it's nice that you can still do this. The only difference is that you get a lot more arm articulation. You get full freedom in the arms, but you sacrifice a bit of leg freedom because he can only split this much until he hits the wing carriages right here. So you either have to have him forward a little bit to get the leg articulation going, or just deal with what you have. He's so blocky that I don't think it particularly matters that you lose some leg articulation, because he wouldn't have really gained much from it anyway. So, probably my favorite Seeker. My favorite Seeker so far. I don't know, I love the color scheme. He's cool to me. He looks different enough to where it feels new, even though it really isn't. So, if you're a Seeker fan, I do recommend picking this up. Otherwise, I guess it's a fair skip if you don't particularly want the mold again. But if you're a Seeker fan, you don't have the Botcon one yet. Even if you do, I still think this is a fair pickup. So you can check out a photo gallery at flickr.com/photos/shukenshinobi, and of course check out the blog at shukenshinobi.wordpress.com for all these news, updates, and release dates. If you're a fan of Tokusatsu, you can check out our podcast, Riders, Rangers, and Rambles, at ridersrangersandrambles.com, and bring you the latest Toku news in the craziest way possible. So, take care and have a great one.